Good morning, all of you. Welcome for today's online session. Myself, Sarita Shankar Konde, and I'm from Kulaba Municipal Upper Primary English School. Today, my topic is uh, today my subject is history, and I'm going to teach you 7th standard history topic, lesson number 13, life of the people in Maharashtra. Okay, so for this, I want to share my screen with you. Okay, students. So, in the last lecture, we have started this lesson number 13, life of the people in Maharashtra. Okay, so before starting the new point, I just want to revise the topic which I have taught in the last lecture. Okay, see, life of the people in Maharashtra. In this lesson, we have studied the uh, social condition of the society in during the Maratha period. During the Maratha period, agriculture it was the main occupation. Okay, and these occupations were divided into two parts, that is the Kari and Pandri. To administration, for the administration, Patil and Kulkarni. These were the officers responsible for the administration of the village. Most of the people live in village, and the joint family system was prevalent. People live in village, and villages were mostly self-sufficient, and which were the main crop, that is bajra, wheat, jawar, maize, rice, etc. And the daily diet of the people consisted bhakri, onion, chutney, etc. And the costume of people was the main were dhoti, kurta, and angarka and mundase, and women were 9 yard saris and blouse. The festivals. People celebrated different types of festival that we have seen Gudi Padwa, Nag Panchami, Bailpura, Dasra, Diwali, Makar Sankranti, Holi, Eid, and Ganesh Utsav. So these festivals people celebrate on different occasion, and the importance of the each festivals was different. Okay, so all these we have seen about life of the people in Maharashtra, that is social condition and standard of living and festivals, and some customs and traditions were followed by people. Okay, now in this lesson or in this session, we are going to study about the education of the people in Maharashtra. Okay, so here we are going to start new point, that is education. In those periods, patshalas and madrasas were the institutions that provides education or that imparted education. Okay, and in this education, in these institutes, reading, writing, and arithmetic was taught at home. See, and Modi script was used in most transaction. It is the script. Okay, Modi is the script used to write the Marathi language. You can see here in this picture, it is a letter which is in written in Modi script. Okay. See, these are the alphabets in the Modi script. And here are given the different forms of the same letter. For example, first letter is Ju, second number Li. So you can see here different, the same letter is written in different way. Okay, एकाच अक्षराचे विविध प्रकार. It is the title of this writing, and these all written in Modi script. Actually, this script was used to write Marathi language, and it was a primary language spoken in the Maharashtra state. Modi script was used along with the Devanagari script. Okay, Devanagari script, that means nowadays we used Marathi, the script which we use to write Marathi and Hindi. It is Devanagari script, and the Modi script, it was used alongside the Devanagari script in to write Marathi language. And this script was invented during the 17th century to write Marathi. Okay, and it is used for speed writing to note down the royal edict. So Modi script, it was important script to write Marathi language during the Maratha period. Next point we'll see about travels and communication. So in those days, travels was carried out by roads through ghat. See here, this is the ghat, and those days the travels was carried out, but transport was carried out by roads through ghat and across bridges on the rivers. Next, see, clothes, food grains, groceries, etc. These were transported by loading them on the bullocks. Okay, and small boats also used in rivers. Okay, for transportation through waterways, small boats were used in rivers. Messengers and camel riders carried letters to and fro. Messengers were there because, like nowadays, we have many means of communication. Can you tell me what are the means of communication we use now? Hello?
Hello, Miss.
Huh? What are the means of communication we use now?
Bus, car, train,
Communication, beta.
laptop, tab, mobile,
Okay, mobile phone.
computer.
Communication, that means receiving and sending and receiving messages. So through
Yes.
mobile phone, telephone. Okay. And what are the other means of communication?
Later.
TV, radio, newspapers, letters. So these are the means of communication through which we can send messages and we can also receive messages. Okay, so these are the modern means of communication. Which are they? Mobile phone, telephone, TV, radio, newspapers. Okay, so these are means of communication. But in those period, in olden days, these means were not available. Okay, so people used to send messages through messengers and camel riders. Okay, messengers, that means a person who carried the messages, okay, from one place to another places. And the means of transport, the roads from ghat through ghat and bridges across the river, they use for transportation. And those days also for the transportation, motor car or like today's aeroplane, motor car or motorcycle, these means of transport were not available. Mostly people go from one place to another place on the horseback, or sometimes used bullock carts. Okay, so these were the means of transportation, transport and communication. People send messages through messengers and through camel riders. Okay, you can see here the message. Here is the picture of messenger, and some people are going on back of camel. Next, we will see about sports. Okay, students, just tell me which are the different sports do you know, or games do you know?
Hello, Miss.
हाँ बोलो.
Hockey, cricket, kho-kho, kabaddi.
Very good, beta.
Okay.
So in those days, sports were also the means of entertainment of the people. Okay, we'll see here which sports were played in those periods. Various sports were popular in this period, and sports was the main were the main means of entertainment. Okay, so it is wrestling and martial art. Wrestling and that means kusti. So it was the main game or main sports for the entertainment of the people. It was very popular. Next, see, it is the best example of gymnasium. So Mallakham, it is called as Mallakham. Okay, so Mallakham, it was very popular in those days. Next, it is people used to play with dand, then lathi and dand patta. Okay, so this is very useful for self protection. Next, hututu. Hututu, that means it is a name of kabaddi game. It is another name kabaddi. Okay, so kabaddi also played in those days. And I think you all are familiar with this game. What game it is?
Kho.
Very good. It is Kho. So all these games were also popular in those period. And this is the Atapata. Atapata, have you played this game?
Yes, miss.
Okay, do you like to play this game?
Yes.
It's very interesting, no? So Atapata, Kho, Kabaddi, these were the main sports in those periods. Okay. All these were outdoor games. Which are they? Mallakham, dand, lathi, dand patta, then hututu, kho, atapata. These were the popular outdoor game in those period. Next, we will see about indoor game. Tell me some examples of indoor games.
Chess.
Hmm?
Chess. Snake and ladder.
Hmm?
Ludo.
Yes.
Carom.
And I think you have played all these games in this lockdown period, no? You have
Yes.
spent time in. Yes, very good. Okay, so what the indoor games in during this period? See, most important that is chess. Okay, do you like to play chess?
Yes.
Okay, so chess it was one of the indoor game. Then it is Ganjifa. Okay, Ganjifa. This is a game play with different cards. And what is this? Dice. We use these dice in snake and ladder, no? But these dice are see are beautiful, and it was in these are in different shapes. Okay, so all these about it was about sports. Many outdoor and indoor games were popular in those days, and sports were a means of entertainment. Okay. Next, we will see about religion and conduct about religion. So, Hindu and Muslim, these were the main religions in the during the Maratha period. Okay, the two major religions, that is Hindu and Muslim. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had a liberal religious policy. We have seen Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He had a tolerance toward the different religions. The general understanding was that everyone should follow their own religion and should not impose it on others. Our constitution also given the right to accept any religion. Okay, and the government gave grants to Patshala, temples, and madrasas and mosque. Okay, so it was the secular aspects of during the Maratha period. The government gave grants not only to the Patshala or the temples but also madrasas and mosque. Means all the peoples were treated equally. There were no any discrimination between the people among the people on the basis of religion. Okay, so followers of both the religions took part in the celebration of each other's festival. Like many festivals of Hindu religion or the people from Hindu religion, they also participated in the festivals of Muslim, and Muslim also participated into Hindu's festivals. Okay. Next we will see Warkari, the different sampradaya or panthas. Okay. Warkari, Mahanubhav, Datta, Nath, and Ramadasi Pantha. These different panthas were prevalent. Okay. Warkari Pantha means what? Have you know? Do you know what is meant by Warkari?
Yes.
Huh? Say Warkari means what? One who perform wari. The people, those who attended wari. Okay, those people are called Warkari. It is a sampradaya or religious movement. Okay, so these Warkaris worship God Vitthal, and this Vitthal is also known as Vithoba. Vithoba is the deity at Pandharpur and regarded as a form of Krishna. So, from the Warkari movement, संत ज्ञानेश्वर, संत नामदेव, संत चोखामेळा, संत एकनाथ, संत तुकाराम, these all these great santas were associated with Warkari movement. We have studied about all these santa in the previous chapter. Yes, am I right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Next scene, woman's life. Woman's life in those days was full of hardship. Okay, so nowadays we haven't to suffer any discrimination, but in those period women's life was full of hardship. Their world was confined to the house of first their father, and then that means after marriage their husbands. Okay, so their education was neglected, means women's all the women's mostly the women were not allowed to take education. Only a few exceptional women had achieved any progress in literacy, administration, and battle skill. Only few examples were there, and which are they? They include, see, Veer Mata Jizabai. Tell me, who was Jizabai?
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, mother.
Very good. Okay, Jizabai, Veer Mata Jizabai. She was mother of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who established Swarajya in Maharashtra. Okay, so her role was important in Shivaji Maharaj's life. Okay, and second picture, she is Maharani Yesubai. Can you tell me who was Yesubai?
Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj wife.
Very good, excellent. She was wife of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj, he was elder son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. We know the role of Yesubai when Zulfikar Khan seized to the Raigad. No, she did not think about her own son, and she made Rajaram Maharaj Chhatrapati, and uh, she that means Rajaram Maharshi is successful to escape Rajaram Maharaj from the Raigad. Okay, so she was very great woman. Next, Maharani Tarabai. Maharani Tarabai. Tell me who was Maharani Tarabai?
Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj wife.
Very good. She was wife of Rajaram Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. After death of Rajaram Maharaj, she handled the administration of Swarajya very effectively, and the guerrilla technique also was used by her. Okay, and this this war technique of Raja, sorry, Tarabai was described as self-deposit locker system. No, the guerrilla technique used by Maharani Tarabai, it was known as self-deposit techniques. Okay, and she is Umabai Dabhade, wife of Khanderao Dabhade. Next, Gopika Bai. She was wife of Nana Sahib Peshwa and mother of Madhavrao Peshwa. Okay, Madhavrao Peshwa, Vishwasrao Peshwa, and Naranrao Peshwa. Okay, and Ahilyabai Holkar. We know very well about Ahilyabai Holkar. Who was Ahilyabai Holkar?
Ahilyabai Holkar is
I
Yes. Daughter-in-law of
Miss,
Malharrao Holkar, Malharrao Holkar, who established Holkar dynasty or Holkar rule in Indore. No, and Ahilyabai Holkar, she was wife of Khanderao Holkar. Correct, and she administered the state of Indore very effectively after the death of Malharrao Holkar and her husband Khanderao Holkar.
Yes, teacher.
Hmm. Okay. So in those days, customs like child marriage, widowhood, keshaopan, sati, polygamy had imposed hard restrictions on the way women lived. Okay. So the custom like child marriage. Child marriage means what? Do you know what is mean by child marriage?
yes, Miss.
Ha, yes, bolo.
Child marriage means when we uh, 7, 9 or 10 years old. Then
Okay. That means marriage of a girl or boy before the age of 18. Okay, what is the legal age for the marriage today? 18 years. Okay, one can
18
complete the
years.
18 years age.
Yes, 18
He
years.
can get married. Okay, but in those
Yes,
days,
teacher.
child marriage, this customs was prevalent. Okay, and a widowhood. Widow means a woman whose husband has died. Okay, and his life become very cruel and cursed the moment of her as the moment of her husband died. Okay, next Keshopan. Keshopan that means people that if any woman's husband died after, then she became widow, and so to make her ugly, people used to remove hair. Okay, उसके बाल काटे जाते थे. Next, sati. Sati means, do you know about these customs?
yes,
हाँ बोलो बेटा.
सती मीन्स हमारा जब हस्बैंड डाइड हो
Husband
जाता है तो हमें उसके साथ वो
फायर में बैठना पड़ता है.
Okay, very good. That means you know very well about sati. Sati, in which a widow sacrificed herself by sitting atop her husband's funeral pyre. Okay, sati. This is a practice among some Hindu communities by which recently widow woman commits suicide. वो suicide करती है because of her husband death. Okay, and in this practice, woman burned to death on her husband funeral pyre. Okay, so these were the customs were followed uh, uh, by the society or the people during the Maratha period. Polygamy, that means a custom having more than one wife at the same time. So all these customs were followed, or these customs had imposed harsh restrictions on the way women lived. Which customs were there? Like child marriage, widowhood, keshopan, sati, polygamy. All these customs had imposed hard, harsh restrictions on the way women lived. Okay.
मीन्स
Huh?
अनइक्वल मैरिज मीन्स
Unequal, that means both the families or the persons, that means a boy or girl, sometimes it get child marriage, but sometimes the age of the person or the man is very, that means he's uh, suppose he is of 60 or 70 years, and the girl who is getting married, she is only of 10 and 9 years old, or sometimes unequal, that means different, the status of the families are different economically or any other aspects. Okay, so ऐसे जब होता था, जब जिसका मैरिज होने वाला है वो अगर लड़की छोटी है और उसका जो हस्बैंड है वो अगर ज्यादा एज में होता है, तो वो पहले ही उसकी डेथ होती है और उस गर्ल को पूरी लाइफ विडो बन के रहना पड़ता था. ठीक है.
यस
ओके. So this was all about the harsh restriction, child marriage, unequal marriage, widow marriage, keshopan,
मिस
sati and polygamy.
केशवपण म्हणजे
Keshopan means जो विधवा हो जाती है उसको रीमैरिज करना अलाउड नहीं था, तो उसको अगली बनाया जाता था, उसके बाल काटे जाते थे और उसको जैसे ड्रेस कोड होता है रेड कलर की साड़ी पहन के उसको पूरी लाइफ ऐसे ही घर में रहनी पड़ती थी। ठीक है, उसके बाल निकाले जाते थे। ओके,
Yes.
ठीक। सो वी हैव सीन हियर अबाउट education, then travels and communication. See what we learned today. We have learned about education, which institutions were imparted education, that pathshalas and madrasas were institutions imparted education, and reading, writing, and arithmetic was taught at home. Arithmetic means it is a branch of mathematics. Okay, so in this science, in the arithmetic, operations of numbers, that means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, so these were taught in arithmetic. Next, and Modi script was used in most transactions. Modi, it was an important script we used to write Marathi language. Okay. Next, we have seen about travels and communication. Transport was carried out through ghats and across bridges on the rivers. Okay, and through this transportation, which goods were transported? Clothes, food grains, groceries, etc. These were transported by loading them on the bullocks or on the backs of bullocks, because like nowadays trucks and railways and other means of transportation were not available in those period. Next, for the communication, people used to send messages with messengers and camel riders. Okay, the camel riders carried letter to and fro from one place to another place. Next, sports. Sports were means of entertainment. Nowadays, we have different means of entertainment, which are they? Like we play games on mobile phone, we watch TV, we watch movies. Okay, we play in the garden. So there are different means of entertainment nowadays. But in those days, sports were the main means of entertainment. Okay, and which games were famous? Some outdoor game and some indoor games. In outdoor games, Mallakhamb, Dand, Lathi, Dand Patta, Bathati, these were the important, and Hututu, Kho, Atapata, these games were very popular in outdoor games. Next, chess, Ganjifa, and dice were popular indoor games. Next, see, we have studied about religion and conduct. So, which most important religions were there? The two major religions, that is Hindu and Muslims. Okay, and government gave grants to pathshalas, temples, madrasas, and mosques, and this was the secular aspects of the period. Okay, and followers of both the religions took part in the celebration of each other festivals. Varkari, Mahanubhav, Datta, Nath, and Ramadasi Pantha, these were prevalent. See, keep in mind, these are very important. Varkari movement or Varkari Pantha, Mahanubhav Pantha, Datta Pantha, Nath Pantha, and Ramadasi Pantha, these were prevalent. Okay. Next, we have studied about women's life. The women's life in those period was full of hardship, and their education was neglected. So we have only few example. Exceptional women had achieved any progress in literacy, administration, and battle skill. Okay, and in these, which examples are included? Of Veer Mata Jizabai, then Maharani Yesubai, Maharani Tarabai, Umabai Dabhade, Gopikabai, and Punyashlok Ahilyabai, etc. So these were few examples. Customs like child marriage, unequal marriage, widowhood. Okay, then Keshopan, Sati, polygamy. These customs had imposed harsh restrictions on the way women lived. Okay, so the period from 1630 CE to 1810 CE is broadly defined as Marathe Shahi. Okay, so ये जो period है, say from 1630 CE to 1810 CE, this period is broadly defined as Marathe Shahi. So, do you understand, students?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. So in the recapitulation, I want to ask you some questions. See, you try to give the answer of this question. Who will read the first question?
Which institute imparted education?
Which institutions imparted education? Anybody know the answer?
Miss, can I tell the answer?
Yes.
Pathshala and Mardas were the institute that imparted education.
Very good, very good. Pathshalas
And Mardas.
and madrasas. Okay, these were the institutions imparted education. Very good. Your answer is absolutely correct. Next question. Who will read this?
I will. Name
Yes.
the
What is your name, beta?
Aditi.
Aditi. You are always first in giving the answer. Okay. I'm very proud of you, beta. Bolo.
Name the important Panth sects of the Maratha period.
Ha.
No.
Yes. Any other? Please try to give the answer. Which different pantha or sects were there during the Maratha period?
वारकरी पंथ,
Very
महानुभव
good.
पंथ, दत्त, नाथ and Ramdasi पंथ
Nath and Ramadasi Pants were
Pantha.
the
Very good.
sects of the
Very good.
Maratha period.
Absolutely. Okay. Varkari, Mahanubhav, Datta, Nath, and Ramadasi were the important panthas during the Maratha period. Understood? Okay. Next question number 3. Okay. Read the question.
Hello, Miss. Can I
Ha.
read the question?
Yes, beta.
Who were the expectational women of their period? Of this period?
Who were the exceptional women of this period? Only few examples are there, no?
Veer
They achieve progress.
Veer Mata Jijabai, Veer Mata Jijabai, Maharani Yeshubai, Maharani Tarabai, Umabai.
Okay, very good. See, वीर माता जिजाबाई, महाराणी येसूबाई, महाराणी ताराबाई, उमाबाई दाभाडे, गोपिकाबाई, पुण्यश्लोक अहिल्याबाई होळकर were the exceptional women of this period. You understand this answer?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Next question. Now this is interesting. Bolo, who will read out the question? A boy when is bolo beta.
What were the popular sports during Maratha Shahi?
What were the popular sports during Marathe Shahi?
Tutu, Kho-Kho, Atpatti were
Atya-patya.
the popular outdoor games.
See, okay, very good. See, wrestling and martial arts were very popular. Bolo beta.
Exceptional मतलब
Only the rare examples. Exception मतलब उनके मतलब ये जो examples है वो बहुत ही रेयर है, फ्यू एग्जाम्पल्स है. बाकी के जो वुमेन्स थे उनको ये सब वो अचीव नहीं कर पाए. ठीक है. सो एक्सेप्शनल मतलब ये ऐसे जो ठराविक जो होते हैं. ठीक है. हाँ. See, the popular sports during the Marathi Shahi, that is wrestling and martial arts were very popular. Then Mallakham, then Lathi, Dandpatta and Bothati were practiced. Then Hututu, Kho-Kho and Atapatya were popular outdoor game, and chess, Ganjifa and dice were the popular indoor games. Okay. Next question. See, now who will read out?
Which were the means of the transport and communication during the Maratha period?
Very good. Which were the means of transport and communication during the Maratha period? Okay. Do you know the answer, beta?
Yes.
Bolo.
Messengers and camel.
Horse. Horse.
Messengers
Yes, and
means
camel.
people
Camel
send
and-
messages through messengers. And any other? What are the means of transport, beta?
Horse.
and bridges.
Horse.
Horses. Okay. See? Good. Transport was carried out by roads, through ghats and bridges across the rivers. Okay, these are the modes of transport. Nowadays we used waterways, airways, roadways, okay, through railways. So these are the modes of transport nowadays, modern modes of transport. But in those days transport was carried out through the roads through the ghats and bridges across the river. And bullocks were used to transport food grains, clothes, groceries, and other goods. It was about transport. And small boats also used for the water transport across the rivers. And letters were carried by the messengers and camel riders. Understood this answer properly? See the means of transport as well as you have to write about the communication. Okay. So in the transport, what is there? Roads through the ghat and bridges across the river. And bullocks were used to transport the food grains, then clothes, groceries, and small boats were also used for water transport. And communication, it is about communication that letters were carried by messengers and camel riders. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So
Means
all these answer or question answers we have discussed, you have to write down all the answers of these questions in homework. Okay. So write down these questions and try to find the answers in the lesson that now just we have discussed here.
Thank you, miss.
हाँ बोलो.
मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला.
See the first question, which institutions imparted education? Number 2, name the important panthas and sects in the Maratha period. Then who were the exceptional women of this period? Number 4, what were the popular sports during Marathi Shahi? And last number, which were the means of transport and communication during the Maratha period? So we have discussed all the answers of these all questions. You have to find the answers. For that, you have to read the lesson once again and find the answers and write down in your notebook. These are all very simple answers because you have gave accurate answer or correct answers of this question now. Okay. Do you understand this lesson, students?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Do you have any doubt about this topic?
टीचर ये क्वेश्चन लिख के लेना है.
हाँ, yes, beta. Because this is for homework, no? So write down
teacher.
this. Take your time, beta.
Yes, teacher.
Over writing. Hello.
Yes, miss.
Huh. Okay. So, students, in this lesson, that is the life of the people in Maharashtra, we have studied the social condition, customs and traditions which followed by the people, then standard of living, education or the institutions which imparted educations, then means of travels and communication, the different sports and games which were popular in those periods, then religion and conduct, the life of woman in the period. Okay, so we have studied all these points in this session. So next in the next lecture we will study the architecture of this period. Okay, so uh, if you have any doubt about this topic then you can ask me. किसी को कोई डाउट है?
No, miss.
Hello students. Is there any doubt?
No, miss.
Okay, so I hope you understood this topic very well. Okay, thank you students, thank you all of you, and we are going to finish our meeting here. Thank you very much.